Our weather took a turn for the better today, Keith, but we've set the bar pretty low this week.
Yeah, we sure did. And as I mentioned earlier, this feels like a great day, but it's middling. But
I think you likened it to those airplane cookies.
Yeah, and then I got a lot of people who came at me and they're like, do not speak ill of those cookies. They knew the brand and everything.
When it's all you've got to eat, it's pretty important.
And I will tell you, Luca liked them, so I guess maybe they're not so bad. Just look at the visible satellites. Really just far southern Maine that's seeing some clouds still socked in from Portland on south. The vast majority of the state, though, is bright, and that is an improvement, obviously, over the last few days. Wind's still a little bit breezy. I noticed last night, 10 o'clock or so, it was still notably windy, but things have settled down except for over Bar Harbor, where the winds are still gusting to about 30 miles an hour. Obviously not talking about any damage, but showing you how strong that storm was, that it still has winds impacting us even though it's moved away. Temperatures in the upper 40s in areas that have been struggling with the sun, but where we saw sun faster in the low 50s, and some of us will get into around 55 degrees later this afternoon. And again, it is a largely sunny afternoon. So it looks good. Now, because it's going to clear out and the winds will settle down, we'll actually see some chilly temperatures tonight. That's something that there's not many positives that I can really think of for the last few days, but that was one of them. Our overnight lows were relatively mild because of the winds and the clouds. Those aren't a factor, and now we drop back down into the 30s, even to the coastline, a couple of spots breaking 32, 33 degrees into the mountains by early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's a generally nice day. We'll call it a mixture of sun and clouds. Temperatures around 50 degrees up to 55 by tomorrow afternoon. Clouds start to come in on Friday night, and Saturday doesn't look great from the get-go, although it's worth noting that it's probably dry for a lot of us on Saturday morning. Showers start coming in from southwest to northeast throughout the middle of the day and into the afternoon. And it's not until late afternoon into early evening that we see legitimate rain. And we're going to talk more about this in a second, but there's going to be a band of heavy rain briefly, especially over southern coastal Maine into the mid-coast Saturday night, either early evening or middle of the night, depending on your location. That band will move to the north throughout the evening on Saturday into early Sunday, and then we'll start to clear out for Halloween itself. So this is a bit of a squeeze play because we've got our low just west, our high to the northeast, and it funnels winds in here. And that's the thing I'm mostly concerned about. It'll be rainy and pretty nasty Saturday night, but it's really the winds that we have to watch because that southeast fetch traditionally for us has been a problem. Almost no friction right on off the ocean compared to a north or northeast wind, which is what we saw with our last storm. Now, it depends on the exact details of the wind gusts. This is one of the higher computer models, so it has one of the higher gusts. But you'll notice by 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, it's trying to give us east-southeast winds at 50 miles an hour. If we get there, we'll definitely have some power outages along the coastline. If we come in short, more like 45 miles an hour, I think we'll have far fewer of them. But we have to keep an eye on that. Through Saturday night, you can see this model is going as high as 58. I think that's too high in a place like Rockland, but I do think the potential is there to reach 50 miles an hour on Saturday night, giving us power outages along the coastline once again, in a lot of the same locations that we saw power outages yesterday morning too. So that's the bad news. The good news is we do clear out for Sunday. It's not amazing, but for Halloween in Maine, it's pretty mild, right around 60 degrees, and a mixture of sun and clouds. There might be a nice little sprinkle in there, but I don't think it'll be a detriment. And then nice on Monday, right around 60 degrees, and mostly sunny. Clouds increase on Wednesday, and then maybe some showers. And Tuesday, maybe some showers on Wednesday. So Pat, it's just a couple hours at night there on Saturday night. A lot of Halloween gatherings might be occurring, and if you lose power, I guess that makes it more spooky. Otherwise, it's
not in a fun way.
Yeah, not everyone's going to be into that, and we'll just try to fine tune that this afternoon and see what side of 50 we're going to end up on here.